in some 24 years. And Yoshi Yamamoto puts on an absolute clinic. I mean, my goodness. And the Dodgers go on to win it 5-1 thanks to Yoshi Yamamoto, who retires the final 20 batters he faced. We are now tied at 1 game apiece in the best of 7 series, shifting to LA beginning on Monday. That was incredible, Lewis. And I asked you after game 1, I said, look, if Dave Roberts can just have Yoshi Yamamoto go out there and throw a complete game, and I was sitting here thinking, he's not really going to do it. He actually did it. It was a masterclass. What did you see?
It was a legit masterclass by Yoshi Yamamoto, man. We look back at the start against the Brewers, and you're like, okay, the Brewers don't match up the same as the Blue Jays, right? But the Blue Jays I think they had the right plan. They were aggressive early, but this guy just slowed these guys down early in the count. He pitched backwards, which a lot of Japanese curveball in that split, in that cutter, in that slider, in his fastball, and he utilized that early, slow, splitter away, curveball away to go with you and get that 98-mile-an-hour surprise pitch, and he did it to perfection. Again, just confidence and poise all night by Yoshinobu tonight.
And so often with guys with splits as their main secondary pitch, you say, well, if they don't have their fastball, the split's not good. It didn't matter tonight. The split was so good. Yep. He threw 34 of them, just 24 fastballs. The curveball was the equalizer. I mean, you're looking at 76, 77 miles an hour, and then 98 on the four-seamer.
Threw on 69.
He was using the off-speed to set up his fastball late in counts. Like you said, pitching backwards, making that 98 play like 101.
Nonsense out of throwing balls. He started throwing strikes and used the Blue Jays' strength against them. You want to make contact? Make contact with this one, and then how about this one? And I have another one. And there was no solid contact after the first inning, except for Kirk's line drive in the last inning. So he was special. He's getting paid $300 million.
Yep, $325.
He came over here because he was one of the best in the world, and he's continuing to prove that.
He was absolutely amazing. I mean, just an absolute gem. When you go complete game in this day and age of baseball, I can't say how special this is. I mean, this is special when you are able to go and watch a guy do what he just did. And Will, we talked before the game about he had never faced the Blue Jays, so certainly the advantage to Yamamoto because he could go out there and dictate the game plan. And you heard what Bobby said after that first inning where he threw 23 pitches, he settled in, and it was as if he was in cruise control.
Well, 5th inning, 6 pitches. 6th inning, 8 pitches. And then I think 12 the inning after that. And you said this is huge for baseball, the complete game, right? It's huge for his team.
Huge.
Because their Achilles heel is their bullpen. Right. That is how they lose games, but not if you cover it up. And they did that against the Brewers, did it again tonight. Now you have an off day. Everybody's even more fresh after they travel out west and get ready for Game 3.
Yeah, that bullpen is on the plane. Was on the plane at in the 7th inning.
They didn't have to show up.
They didn't need to show up tonight. I mean, again, we talk about him throwing strikes, but it was efficient strikes. It was strikes on the corners. It was pitching to Vladdy's weaknesses inside. He missed. Well, we'll give credit to Vladdy on that 113 mile-an-hour ball he hit off the wall, but he was throwing everything efficiently. He read swing. Him and Will Smith are in sync, and that's another thing. Him and Will Smith, and you could see it after the game, him and Will Smith are just right here together. They are locked in together.
He didn't shake once.
No, you trust your catcher. Yeah, you trust your catcher in that instant. Will Smith is one of the best in the game at calling a game and reading swings and knowing what's working for his pitcher. And tonight, everything was working for him.
Well, and it was Will Smith who gave him the lead right in that 7th inning, and it was on a 3-2 count. And we're sitting there watching, and Kevin Gossman throws Will Smith 6 straight fastballs, and we're sitting there go, what are you doing? He's going to...
Fastball was a rocket into the stands.
And that was his first home run of this postseason. And you talk about that needing to happen because then a couple batters later, Max Muncy homers on a fastball, his 4th career homer against Gausman. We talked about how Max Muncy had faced Gausman in his career.
Katie Barton.
Well, in pregame, we talked about Gausman threw more splits than any starter in baseball, 43%. He was 29% today. He was 49% fastballs. He was so fastball heavy, but talk about reading swings. He's like, they're not catching up to my 94 because they're looking for the split, as they should. As they should. But any good split finger pitcher will tell you, I want them to hunt my splitter because rarely is it a good pitch to hit.
Well, usually they're not catching up on a fastball yet.
Right. Yet. Throw them enough. Those 6 in a row.
Especially this lineup.
In game 1, they struck out 4 times. Here in game 2, they strike out 8 times, all from Yamamoto in the complete game as we go full circle. Look, this is something that we haven't seen in some 24 years. Kurt Schilling, the last to throw complete games in back-to-back postseason starts. Orel Hershiser was the last Dodger to do it in 1998 to go back-to-back postseason complete games. When you look at this as a whole, and you said it was huge for his team, what does that mean now that you are 1-1 heading back to LA?
Well, I mean, it's huge. We said it pregame. This felt like a must-win.
Yeah.
The numbers back up the fact that you go down 2-0. You don't win the series regardless if you're going home or not. So this is huge. They took all the momentum back. It woke their offense up. It kept the bullpen out of the game. And whatever guys they did want to rest, they got to rest. and I love that he went back-to-back complete games. This is, you played in Japan. You obviously spent a lot of time in Japan. That's the culture there. They'll go 130, 140 pitches because they're built up that way. It's not the 100-pitch mark, which is the imaginary mark
number.
here.
Yeah,
right.
It's a scary number over here.
But he had another 40 pitches in him.
For sure.
He was still dialed in the 9th, throwing exactly where he wanted to throw it.
Yeah. And over there, we talk about Japan, Bobby, they hate walking guys. They hate throwing balls. They take pride in having control of every single pitch in their arsenal. Guys have every guy, it seemed like, had 7 pitches, and he has 6, 7 pitches tonight. He takes pride in making sure that he has control of all those pitches, throwing them where he wants to, and making sure you're not walking anybody. Both guys didn't have any walks tonight, but Yamamoto was lit tonight.
That one crazy other thought of Japanese pitching, they always have one pitch that they'll throw on 3 and 2. Because that's the pitch of reckoning. Something has to happen. It's 3 and 2. And Yamamoto broke out that slow curveball 3 times. Oh, what are we going to do with
and
this?
Froze guys.
Nothing.
Well, the command of that pitch.
Unbelievable.
It breaks 6 inches more than the average curveball in Major League. I mean, you could see it, 76, 77, starting way above the zone, finishing below. How do you time that up when you have to be ready for 98? It's just filthy.
Well, it was a reckoning because the Dodgers did not want to go down 0-2. Now they head home tied at 1 game apiece, thanks to Yoshi Yamamoto, who was masterful. More than just 11 pitches per inning when you break it down. He finishes with 105. A complete game, 4 hits, 1 run, no walks, 8 strikeouts. As you take a look at the complete games in World Series history since 2000, the last coming courtesy of Johnny Cueto with the Reds. Yoshi Yamamoto putting on a clinic in Game 2 of the World Series to even it up at 1 game apiece.